G'day guys, welcome back. I am so in love with the frog I did the other day. I'm going to do another one straight away. Well, another two, yay. So the other one was gold. Now this one it's silver. It's actually called Aluminium Bright by Art Tree Creations. Look at that. Is that not just scrumdiddlyumptious? Look at that. So I'm going to use that one today, and my husband chose the glitter to go with it. He chose this one. It's another Let's Resin one, and it's sky blue opal. How pretty is that? So I think they'll look really nice together in this little froggy, little frog-a-log. Get that silver off me, and then after that I'm going to do this one because I can. This one's called Copper. It's also by Art Tree Creations. So these are metal powders. As far as I know, they're metal powders. And I think that one would go really well with this one, Pink Opal. What do you think? I think that'll look really pretty together. So that'll be coming up soon as well. But today, this one. So I've got a little bit of resin left over from another project, so I only need a tiny bit. And I'll put some of this gorgeous glitter in there. Now I'm thinking last time my little froggy had maybe a little bit too much glitter, if there is such a thing, too much glitter. I don't know. So, never too much glitter. It looked a bit dense, but I wanted to be able to have that top layer kind of clear with some glitter. And then once it's set, I'll come in with the silver and I'll dust the inside. Let me get my little froggy. He's just here. He's watching me. And it feels like it looks so smooth. And it feels so smooth. It's like velvet. It's a good little froggy, yes you are. And he's got, if you didn't see this video, I'll link it above anyway, towards the end of the video. I've got glitter in his little toes, along his back, top of his arms, and then the top of his legs as well. Got some glitter in clear resin, and then dusted the mold with gold. All right, let's get on to this. Put my gloves on, set to go. Move that out of the way. That'll be for later on. Actually probably be tomorrow that I end up doing that. So for now, give that a bit of a stir, mix it all in, and make a little spout. So just going to pour into the bottom of the mold as opposed to pouring into the top of the mold. Just going to let that run down. So put a little bit there first, and then a little bit just in his legs there, and let that run down. You don't want too much because it'll start dripping down the side and into the main cavity there. Now you probably can't see, but that glitter's gone into his eyes a little bit down there, so I'm just going to push that down a little bit more so it goes right into his little eyeballs. I'm going to paint them anyway. Well, not paint them, I'll colour them black with my marker once he's unmolded. Once I'm finished, I'll bring the camera down and you can have a look in there and see what I've done. And then just go drop by drop here. You don't want to go too much. A couple of drops at a time, like so. That's just sitting in there on top of his legs. Now this bit here is a little bit trickier, a little bit just on his arms. Probably only need like 3, oh, there's another one. 4 drops went in. Gotta be really careful with this one because it's on a more of an angle. So I'll just take that slow. If you put too much in, it just runs down the side and collects in the main section there. And we don't want that. So I'll just spread that just a little bit to the edge there. Can't really see what I'm doing on this side. Like so. And now little toes. These little toes are a little bit more tricky. So because you know the resin wants to run down the feet because it is on a bit of an angle. So we'll just try and do one little drop. I just like using the paper cup, but if you want to use a syringe or a pipette, whatever you want to use, you can do that for these little tootsie toes. I just find it easy enough just to do that, and then another little drop just in the middle of the foot there. You can use a little cotton bud thingy. If you notice it starts flowing down, you can just wipe it away because it will kind of try to flow down. See? So cute. I don't think I've got any flowing down today. When I did the gold one, it was the first time I'd done it, so I did have a little bit of flowage. But today I'm being a little bit more careful because I know what I'm doing now as opposed to not knowing what I was doing last time around. So it's flowing down a little bit too fast for my liking. Whoa, stop. Stop right there. I gotta know right now. Who likes meatloaf? The band, not the food. I like both. It's funny how when you say something like stop right there, it automatically you just go to this song. Hey? It's funny how things work, isn't it? So anyway, that's just my little silicone brush there. And it's really good for cleaning any little spillages. Obviously I went too far for that one. So, but yeah, it's like I said, you know, just wipe it away if you find that you've put a bit much in and it's running down, because it is going to want to run down. Just one drop in each little toe. And then once this is set, I was using my river table resin. So this one, you know, it's going to take till tomorrow to set up. So I won't be able to do any more today. I'll have to go and work on something else. So I'll have to wait till tomorrow to be able to come back and do the next step. Oh, look, that's run down. Oh, gosh. If it runs down too much, it's going to collect in his arm, and then that's going to run down and collect in his body, and it's going to be a big mess. So I'll try and clean that out now. I'm just wiping it on a piece of paper towel here next to me. You could wait until your resin's a little bit thicker and pop it in. That way, you know, it doesn't flow too much. But I just come back and scoop it out. That's what I did with the gold one. What I'll do with the blue one or silver one. Blue and silver. They go hand in hand, don't they? Blue and silver. I think so. Whoops. Whoops. Bit much. Bit much. Okay, now I wanted to show you in here. Can you see in there? He's gone into, that glitter's gone into his eyes there. And this is what I was saying about those little arms there. Just goes in, just in that tiny little cavity there. There's his toes. I'm going to keep the rest of my resin there, and then once it starts thickening up and going into more of a gel, I'm going to see if I can add a little bit more to his toes. That's the top of his legs there, on that side. Let's see if I can show you there. And there's his little arm on that side. Look at the colours that it's picking up already. So pretty, this glitter. I will put the link to Let's Resin down in the description. Might not be for this particular glitter, but it's to their store, their Amazon store and their website, and you can just have a look and see what else you would like from there, I guess. Alright, so there it is. I will come back tomorrow, and once this is set, and we'll dust the inside of the mold with that silver. Oh, looking forward to it. This one's going to be amazing. I hope so. I hope it's as amazing as this gold is. Hope so. We will find out. See you tomorrow. Righto, so it's the next day. That's set up. I haven't touched it. I did spend a bit of time pushing the resin back up because it kept wanting to run down, but eventually it got nice and thick and gel-like, and it stayed where it was supposed to stay. So cross fingers that that will look nice, hey? Actually, I'm just gonna aim my air conditioner vent up because this is blowing away. I just turned it off instead. I'm not going to be that long in the studio. And then I'm going to go and have some breakfast. It's 11 o'clock already, 11 a.m. I've been working so hard making molds this morning. My husband and I have been making molds. That's a bit of, oh gosh, a little bit of resin stuck to the side. If I don't get that off, it'll leave a mark. So yeah, I've been madly making molds all morning. So it's time for breakfast and a coffee, but I wanted to get this second coat in so that I could unmold tomorrow, because I'm going to use the platinum rivet table resin because I can pour in one layer, because this is quite a deep mold, so I can just do it in one layer. It's probably not much difference using a thicker resin and doing 2 layers, or doing a thin resin and doing 1 layer. It probably takes about the same amount of time, doesn't it? It's just easier just pouring all in one. So this is a different silver, obviously. It seems to be going on a little bit differently to what the gold did. It doesn't feel as if it's having as much coverage. Maybe I need to put it on thicker. I'll put it on thicker. So anyway, I'm going to do this, and then I will come back to you. You don't need to watch me do this because I can actually pick it up and hold it so I can see what I'm doing. There's a little bit of resin dripped. If you see a little bit of dripped resin, get it out, otherwise you'll see it on the other side on your finished piece. And I'm liking how the clear resin with the glitter is in the hole of the foot there, so that should look nice. Get in under there. All right, I'll finish it off, and I'll come back to you soon. I have mixed up 80 grams of A and 35 grams of B in the platinum rivet table resin. I'll do a couple of big scoops of this. I want it nice and opaque. There we go. it is a good idea to put the powder in first and then put the resin on top. But because, so it doesn't fly away everywhere, but because I've mixed the resin in this cup, I'm doing it the opposite way. Look at that. All right, once it's kind of covered, then you can go for your life. Mix it up well. So it kind of loses that smooth kind of texture once you mix it in resin. But I'm hoping that because I've dusted the frog, it will be nice and shiny. I did, where was it? Just while I'm stirring, I'll talk to you. Do you remember that little coaster I made, the druzy coaster, and I dusted the gold around the edge? And then I just poured clear over the top when I did the druzy. Because I just poured clear, the dusting was a little bit transparent, like I could almost see through where like the dusted area. That's why I'm putting in silver as well. That's what I did with the gold as well, because it's not that thick, and if you pour clear, you don't get the same like metallic effect. You can almost see through just this one layer of dusting, if you know what I mean. So that's what I did. I don't know if I videoed these because it was yesterday. I just used up my leftover resin. Okay. Oh, we're ready. Pouring in. Still with me? You're all very quiet. So hopefully this is enough resin. The 80 grams of A and 35 of B. Slow down a little bit as we get to the tops here. I haven't scraped that out totally yet. I'm just going to push this in because I want it to go in here. I did dust the inside of the little toes as well with the silver, just in case you saw any of that wasn't covered in the clear resin and the glitter. So I thought I'll just, while I'm dusting, I'll just dust the toes as well, up the sides of the toes, because they weren't totally full with the glitter because it kept wanting to slide down, so they weren't totally full. So they probably have a nice little silver edge around the glitter. I think would look really pretty. Hope I got enough resin now. Probably only going to be like 10 grams short. I'll have to scrape out my cup. I'll push it in there. I don't want to squeeze anything, obviously. Nothing, not the toes, or I can probably squeeze this a little bit, but can't really squeeze the areas that have got the resin in them. Okay, so that's it there. All right, now I'm going to have to scrape this out and try and get every last little drop out, because it's not totally up to the top. Probably could have done with an extra 10 grams or so. Extra half an ounce, hey? Would have been better, but look, it's going to be fine. It's not going to be an issue. It's almost to the top. I just tend to like to dome my pieces. Look, we're getting little bits out, you guys. I feel like I can wring it out, but I can't wring it out. It's plastic. Okay, there we go. All right, now that is going to take till tomorrow to set up. So I'm not going to torch it. The river table resin is really good for the bubble release. So I can see little pops going on. I don't know if that's the powder popping or whether it's bubbles, but there's some little spritzing going on down there. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the unmolding. It's the next day. My frog is ready. And I found this Quicksilver from Petra. I've also got a matching copper, and I'm just wondering if I'll get a better texture from this silver than this silver. So we'll see. We shall see. Now, this was a bit of leftover resin. Oh, look at that. It's so cute. I love this glitter. So that'll go to one of my customers. Now this one, I was just testing out. I dusted the inside because I wanted to see what that silver would look like. Oh, it's pretty shiny. Look at that. I don't think it's as shiny as the gold one, but it's still shiny. So I'm hoping that's what the froggy's going to look like. But I'm going to try this one as well and see if I get a different look. So that was just a test piece. And this one, you know how I said it wasn't totally up to the top. I ended up making it like another 10 grams of A and 5 grams of B. So I put a little bit more in there and then I put the rest in here. So this is, that's what happens when you mix your mica powder, your silver mica powder, into the resin. You get that sparkly look. And then same powder. This is what it looks like when it's dusted on. Very different, aren't they? I mean, this is nice too. It just depends on what look you're after, if you want a really metallic look. So that's them there. I might keep these two so that we can see the difference. Really interesting, isn't it? All right, enough of that. Let's get on to the frog. The main event, what we've all been waiting for. Okay, here we go. Now, what did I do last time? I think I started with the feet. I started with the feet and worked my way down that way. They're always a little bit tricky. They are. Oh gosh. I'm going to be careful. I don't want to break a toe off, you know. There we go. It's got to lift that over that thigh there. Once that's done, that's relatively easy for the rest of it just to follow. I guess maybe that's what this is for. A handle, maybe. Do you think it's a handle? I don't know. Don't know. All right. So that's that done. I won't flip him over yet. I'll grab this mold like so that I can peel it back now. I'll just get that out from under the little toes. We don't want to break a toe off, do we? After all that hard work just done. Okay. Other toe. Ta-da! It's coming, it's coming! Are you ready? Oops, I got little bits. Gotta get the little bits off. I don't like revealing with little bits. Alright, and then the head just slides off like that. Just got that one on Amazon. Okay. Ooh. Are we ready? I hope it's worked. I hope it's worked. Here we go. Oh, no way! Oh, look at him. He's so pretty. Tiny bit there. Look at that. So now with this one, as you remember, I actually put the glitter up into the toes. Let's get that little bit of overflow there. I put the glitter into the toes. There we go. That was it. All gone. So look at that. He's got glittery toes. He's got glittery toes, you guys. See, I only put a tiny little bit when I did the gold one. I just put it in the little knobs on the end there. The little balls of his toes. Oh, wow. Look. Oh, it's so pretty. I could cry. So glad it's worked out. So the glitter just comes up to the top of his eye there. So again, I'm just going to colour that in with some black. Let's do that now, shall we? Let's do that now. Where's my black pen? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Gotta do, well, I found it's just easier to do one with a really thin little point. Okay, now it's tricky trying to hold him to do this. I'm going to start in the middle and make my way around, just following that little indent that's there. How's that? I think that's it. A little bit more there. There we go. One eye is done. So cool. Let's do the other one. Start in the middle, go round and round. Well, that's what I do anyway. You guys can start at the end if you want, on the outside. Doesn't matter either way. Might have to do a couple of coats depending on what your coverage is like. There we go. Now he's got some nice black eyes. It just finishes him off, doesn't it? You could do a line in the with the black for his mouth if you wanted to, but I prefer not to. Otherwise it's just like this huge smile. Oh, did you see the movie Smile? Oh my gosh, I love those sorts of movies. Smile. Loved it. All right, so there we go. There's Froggy. There's a setup nice and hard. Oh, I love it. Which one do you prefer, guys? The gold one or the silver one? Now, when you take it into different lights, these little glitters, they shine in different colors. They pick up different colors as well because I don't know whether they're iridescent or holographic or what they are, but they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. This is my favorite. Only because I've got the glitter up there, and then I've got his toes as well, and his back, and it goes over the top of his eyes. It was a bit of work doing these, you know, because the resin, the glitter kept wanting to roll down the hill, but I'm so glad I persevered with it. Love it. So I will try this one next and see if there's a difference with a different color. But coming up next is going to be these two. So yeah, keep an eye out for that video. That will be coming out very soon. All right, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Hope you've enjoyed my frog video. Looks a bit dark there, doesn't it? I'll have to take him outside and see what he looks like in the daylight. I'll just walk around the studio. Sometimes they look better without all those ring lights and things on them, you know? Look at that. Just different lights in the room. Look different. So cool. Love him. See, there they look pink, don't they? And there they look like, this is the glitter. There's a bit turquoise over there with some sort of apricot-y. Back to pink. So pretty. All right. Gotta go. I haven't had my coffee yet. I'm gonna go and have a coffee. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you all again real soon for the next video. Okay. Bye for now.